Apron, Black Tux. I'm
Red
Gus.
sign.
I'm Miles.
I'm Burnie.
And I'm the ghost of Chris.
And I'm Gus. Chris missed it.
He didn't make it.
He's here.
How mad are you about the change to 5 o'clock where people show up late for the podcast?
Yeah, like this was, we never had anyone
Not
late.
really. I don't think we ever had anybody ever late to the podcast. It's a regular occurrence.
Every other week now.
Yeah.
Every other week.
I was kind of hoping.
I hear the coffee machine going off. If Chris Demarais walks up here with a fucking hot cup of coffee, I'm going to lose it.
I think you need to mess with the Google Calendar thing. Because right now, Google Calendar, you have it exactly at 5. You should make that 4:45, so then it'll just be late.
It's not going to work on anybody.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody can check what time we put the podcast out. And they would know. Do you do that, Miles? Do you ever like set your watches 10 minutes ahead?
No. God, no. I just set a lot of reminders on my phone. I just ask Siri to never leave me alone ever so that I don't forget things. Because I have a terrible memory.
Yeah, I'm also like one of those people that like when I fall asleep, I'm super optimistic about the person I'm going to be tomorrow. And it's like, oh, I'll just get up at like 6 and I'll get this done and that done or whatever. And then it's like 7:45 and I got to be at work at 8. I'm just like finally getting out of bed.
Yeah.
For the first, it's been a long time since this happened, but last weekend I woke up Sunday morning. Normally I wake up at 7:30 in the morning. I have my alarm set for 7:30. Oh. Sunday morning I woke up. He's got a fucking hot cup of coffee.
Oh,
you're late and you stopped to get coffee?
What do you think?
let him get to the mic. Thanks for joining us, Chris. Did you bring enough for the fucking class?
All I heard was you
didn't even bring the coffee.
I know. I was doing the thing you asked me to do.
And I said I had to go to the podcast.
He asked me to sign up for the podcast Let's Play. And
We're filming a podcast Let's Play tomorrow, so I had Chris come in to
And I
start
was doing
downloading
that,
the-
So
and
you were working on the podcast.
I was working on the podcast. And then you said, I'm going to go change. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go. And I was trying to change my password, and it wouldn't let me log into my Xbox account because I had to have a Skype account. I don't understand
So, Chris, if I'm going to sum up your argument here, you were in the other room on an Xbox, signed into your gamer tag so that you could download the game necessary for us to play on the podcast Let's Play tomorrow.
Yes.
Gus, your rebuttal.
It's 5 o'clock. I was in that. I was in that room as well, and I left. I'm gonna go get changed because I got to go get ready for the podcast.
Yeah.
I got to put on a tuxedo.
And then I like zoned out because it was like I was having to log into different accounts and it was merging with Skype, and then it was a mess. And I don't know what time it is, but I think like I spent like 45 minutes trying to reset passwords.
Just out of curiosity, why are we doing a podcast Let's Play again? Like, what's going on?
I've been wanting to get it started back up.
Oh, okay.
And just finally have a space for it and have a setup to do it.
And there seemed to be a little bit of hubbub over the first one that I saw, which was you and I believe Barbara, and I believe Blaine, and I believe Jordan Spears,
Bethany.
Close, really close. I almost nailed it.
I get them confused all the time.
All the time. She draws about as well as he does. So you guys played something, but there was a little bit of controversy that you put that Let's Play video on the Rooster channel versus on the Let's Play channel.
I did not put that video anywhere.
Oh, okay.
I turned that video in, and then the powers that be put it wherever they put it.
Who are these powers that be?
Do
you not be a power?
It's Evan and Melissa.
Okay.
I don't know. They asked me to start doing them again. I started it, and I just gave them the video, and they do it.
Yeah.
I do not log in and upload that video.
I got into a really funny discussion the other day with somebody where there was something going on at the company, and I was like, I don't know if I agree with the way this group is doing this particular thing. And somebody in the room does what someone typically does when I say something like that. They go, well, why don't you just tell them to do it the other way? It's like, we go, well, then why would I hire people if I'm just going to sit there and tell people, like, you have to do things this way or that way? And it's like, if I went to that person who suggested that to me and said, you have to do things exactly as I say, it would be like this long, dragged-out fight.
Yeah,
I know it would.
When I started telling people that I was doing a podcast Let's Play again, immediately, like, Trevor and all those people, the first question was like, where's that going?
Really?
Where are you uploading that?
Trevor?
Yeah. I was like, hey, I'm just turning in a video.
Do what you will with it.
Not the right person to ask.
Man, there was a video I turned in that like didn't come out for months. I want to say it was the Greg Miller Game Time video that I did, last ever Game Time. Rest in peace. Game Time. Gone. So yeah, it's and I think I turned that in, and about a month and a half later it came out, I want to say.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was surprising to me. We have 3 videos that I've wanted to make for a really long period of time that we made that are really funny, and we've been sitting on these things coming out, but now they're finally coming out. They're going to come out after MDB finishes its season.
Can I ask, are they those videos that I happen to be present for? And is
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's those? It's those? My God.
It's those interview videos, yeah. So it was a fun take on interviews. And so I'm just super excited that that's finally coming out.
Yeah, me too.
You'll be fine, Chris. You'll be fine. Hey, you know what I'm doing is I'm having to go through and edit the fucking drunk red versus blue read, all because Miles opened his fat fucking mouth. No offense. What was the podcast where I wasn't here and you started talking about it?
Oh, it was.
I don't think I was here either. You were like,
it was the one.
You were flying
Barb,
solo.
Blaine, and Miles.
Yeah.
Nobody knew about that thing until Miles like.
Here's why. Consider that my revenge. Okay, for
what?
RVB 14 and saying, "Hey, Burnie, you've been late on this deadline for a while.
Yeah.
I love you. I respect you. Cohen's gonna rip my dick off if we don't get a script from you soon.
I know.
Where's that script?" And you're like,
Hit me
"Well,
right there.
I got a
great idea.
I got a great idea. You told me the idea. I said, I love the enthusiasm.
The idea.
That's a terrible idea.
The idea
And you
was,
said-
tell me the idea.
The idea was, we're gonna get. You said, you're gonna take episode 2, season 1 of the Blood Gulch Chronicles.
Yep.
We're gonna get everybody that was in that. It was Jason, Matt, Gus, Jeff, and yourself, and Gus. And
Thank you. I appreciate it.
you're welcome. And you were gonna get shithouse drunk.
Yep.
And then see if you could record the episode from memory with me serving as a narrator to somewhat nudge,
Prompt us.
just to prompt. And I
First
said,
of all, you're terrible at that job. That's all I'm gonna say.
I didn't get a chance to do that fucking job.
My
I was too
lord.
busy watching our CEO cry and Jeff break glassware.
Soon you'll be able to see it as well.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
We made it to the second line.
They were like, Burnie,
and
can you,
people left.
they're like, Burnie, can you select a clip from it that we can show this week? I'm like, I'm sure I can. I can just throw a rock onto the keyboard and whatever it lands on, that's our clip.
But at the end of it, when it was all said and done, you were like, I know we'll get a video out of this, though. We're definitely going to upload it at some point.
Oh my God.
And I said, okay, really? And you're like, oh, yeah, we'll edit it down. And enough time had passed. And then, mom and dad weren't here on the podcast. I saw my opportunity. I knew that if I opened my big fat mouth, then maybe
Mr.
we'd get to see it. You're welcome, Internet.
Mr. Man of the People, Miles Luna, goes in and throws everybody else under the bus, and now I've got to get this thing out there.
It's a pretty good device for that.
But but that was because everyone got all the way to 10,000 first subscriptions during first week promotion.
everybody
I was very clearly on the podcast saying that was not going to happen. We were not going to hit that
I was
milestone.
genuinely surprised.
Honestly, I was too. I did not think we were going to hit it.
You know, we're dealing with something now.
In a time before the internet was everywhere, which I don't know if we've talked
well,
I'm
It
sure
doesn't
we
sound
talked
like you
about
did, though.
I
Happy
didn't-
birthday, by the way, Miles.
Oh, thanks,
Oh
man.
yeah, it's your birthday.
Oh God! Thank you. That was the most frightening way anybody's wished me that today. Oh God!
Chris and I share a birthday. Like, we shared a birthday at this company way before there was enough people here for 2 people to share a birthday. Like, you're already employee like number 13 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, get rid of this kid.
I watch your mic, bud. No, I had enough of the internet, or without the internet, where
Oh, the sloth. Shirt?
the sloth.
You love sloths.
I think this was a gift from Aaron. For
It's
like,
beautiful.
Why is Aaron giving you gifts?
it was like a birthday gift or something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was like,
It's their anniversary.
yeah, it's a cool shirt.
He's got for those of you who can't see it on the audio podcast,
Oh, right.
Chris is wearing a Hindenburg disaster shirt, and there's a sloth hanging on the blimp.
I want you to imagine how many years it's going to take. How many years do you think it will take for someone to make a World Trade Center with a giant sloth on it?
I know, right? That's just like,
I mean,
it's
I
all
know that's
coming
already
down.
out there, but until it's
You wear it
okay
on
for
a
people to
podcast.
wear on a live podcast.
It really is true. Tragedy over time,
is comedy.
I guess so.
Yep.
I mean, I really.
I had never
crazy.
thought about that a lot of people died.
You never
Yeah.
thought about that?
Yeah.
Well, it's,
The word disaster, I thought, was a pretty big clue.
Yeah. Oh, the humanity. That whole thing.
yeah.
But hey, no, your sloth's cute though. No, that's cool.
I like cute animals. I'm really considering getting a pig.
Really?
Wait, like for owning, and you'd be its little pig master.
I didn't
Pig
think
master.
I wouldn't
Whoa.
phrase it like
Owner.
that, but yeah.
I don't know. It
Pig
sounded more
master.
interesting.
It's not. I don't know. The phrase "master" seems sexual in some way.
Oh, what? No. You tell me the master sword's like a weird, sexy object?
It
no,
is.
I think it's more like this.
Goddamn right
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
But no. There's this. There's an Instagram account called My Best Friend Hank. It's this miniature pig, and I was like messaging with them. over
You were
the
talking
week.
to a pig on the internet?
Well, it was the owner.
The pig master.
Well, yeah,
the
because
pig master.
and it's not from the perspective of the pig. It's like, this is my best friend Hank, the pig.
Okay.
And he was telling me, like, he gave me the info for his breeder and all this. It's really, I think I need a pig.
Okay.
Dude, I wish I had not looked at this Instagram account.
Do you want a pig now?
I want a pig.
Fuck off with that. No.
Just look at that. Now you want a pig.
No, I mean, no, I want to no. I would be like that pig's uncle. I don't want to fucking take care of it all.
Look at that
As soon as it
little fucker.
shits, I'm going to hand it back to Chris.
I would
Look
eat
at
a
him. He's
pig.
on Easter. He's got bunny ears on. Look at that.
God, no.
It's really cute. It's and
you are a 7-year-old girl right now, Burnie. No. Why?
I mean, I just started my Instagram account, but it bugs me that it's got more Twitter followers than me, or Instagram followers than me. This fucking pig. That bothers me.
Okay.
You know, there was a period in time in my house when our cat had more Twitter followers than Ashley, and it was this unspoken thing for a while until she passed Joe the cat in Twitter followers.
All right.
Now she destroys them. I want a pig. I'm with you, Chris.
Okay.
Chris, I'm with you.
I'm down.
It's too much.
Bernie could own a pig. Bernie's got the. Okay, that's fucking cute. Bernie could own a pig. He's a mature, responsible
Oh,
adult.
that's a good one.
How dare you?
And he's got like
you have a
house
yard
and shit.
and stuff.
What do you have? Aren't you in an apartment still?
Yeah, so I'm like on the 3rd floor. So I don't know if pigs can climb stairs. Miniature pigs, can they climb stairs?
You're the pig master.
Adorably.
To do whatever you want to.
Sure
But-
they can.
And I was like, oh man, I have like a maybe I'd like have an extra bedroom with the pig fence sty thing. I don't know.
I don't think you make a sty in your apartment. I don't think that's the way that
You
works.
could do the Brandon thing and put it on your balcony. And you could import mud from California or whatever the fuck.
Wait,
he
what's
does.
the Brandon thing? What did Brandon have a
Brandon's
pig?
like
He
buying
buys
grass. and-
from California to put on his balcony so his dogs can go to the bathroom.
What?
What?
I'm not gonna do all that. But
Look, I don't, Christopher. I don't want to discourage you from owning a pig if that's your
Then-
dream.
Don't
But
let it go.
There's always a
are you going to be a responsible pig dad?
of course.
Pig master.
No, I'm changing it. Keep it with the times. Can you be a pig dad though? Is my question.
Man, man, of course, man. That's why I'm hesitant because I'm like, well, it's a big responsibility.
All right.
How many drinks have you guys had?
Not enough. We're getting there
It's such a
though.
heartfult conversation about raising this pig.
Look, I don't know shit about stocks, but I know if someone could be a good pig dad. I think you could. I just think you just got to be ready.
You know if someone could be a good pig dad?
Yeah.
You don't know if someone could about
Chris
anything
can
about
absolutely be. Look,
I
at,
really
he's
would.
wearing a sloth shirt. He's got the heart for it. Like
I really
look at
do.
that smile.
He's not smiling.
He knows how to love.
My only worry is like they're very social creatures, and I worry might have to get 2 pigs or like a dog to go with.
You can't socialize with it?
Is it a herd of pigs when you have a bunch of pigs? What's that called?
Strip of bacon.
That's called a grand slam. I don't know. I don't know what a group of pigs is called.
A group of young pigs is called a drift, drove, or litter.
Litter makes sense.
Groups of older pigs are called a sounder of swine, a team or passel of hogs, or a singular of boars.
Sounder of swine sounds like something you would say to some sort of like pig-based superhero. The sounder of
No,
swine.
it's like
pig dad.
It's like an old insult from the 40s. You low down, dirty sounder of swine.
Bugs Bunny would mutter that at someone, and it would be hilarious. Yeah.
I mean, at what point in history was it really important to know what the different groups of animals are called?
Also, on age is the weird thing. That's what is that a thing with a lot of animals? Like
I don't know if they age out of their plural form.
Age out of a plural form? What does that mean?
Well,
No,
it's
that's
like
what
because there's young pigs are one word, and then the older ones are sounders.
Oh, I got you. When they changed the groups, yeah. Sounder of swine. Yeah, he's right.
It's the Seattle soccer team, right?
Seattle Sounders.
Yeah, it is.
Fucking pigs.
Let's root for the Sounders.
Again, according to Motel Cowboy, pigs do not climb or jump in the wild, so they aren't meant to climb stairs. It's very easy to teach a mini pig to use a ramp when they're young. However, with treats, adult pigs can learn to use the ramp without much trouble as well.
I don't have a ramp. I get an elevator.
You give me a treat, I'll learn. I'll use the pigs are smart animals.
My last message.
Oh, you're DMing him?
All right, these
Yeah.
are DMs with my best friend Hank. Sorry, couple other questions.
God.
Is he messy? Require a lot of cleanup with poop and food?
Poop and food.
Also, does he cuddle, sleep in your bed, or have his own bed?
Please, Miles, tell me what time that was sent.
That was sent at 10 in the morning. What's wrong with you? Woke up and you're like, Hank, I gotta know. Did
Like
you dream of him?
You were feeling lonely in your bed. You're like, I wish I had a pig to cuddle with
I
right
was already
now.
at work at that. I was already at work at that point.
I just imagine Chris, he wakes up, it's like 8:45, and he's like, laying in bed, he's like, I'm gonna message him, but I'm gonna wait. I don't want to seem needy.
Yeah.
No, it's so cute. He's the first one you think of when you wake up.
You up?
See how Hank?
10 a.m. 10 a.m. You're messaging this big Instagram account. Asking for life advice. What's wrong with you? What was it? The weekend? What day was that you're messaging?
That was today. That was today.
Well,
you're
I
at work.
I had a conversation with him this weekend, and that was my follow up question.
Chris manages a lot of different projects. I'm sure someone was like, Chris got a question. Like, hold on.
Okay.
Dirt or other stuff.
If you had
Like, who don't we have? Who did we
Oh,
miss?
right.
Right? That would have come here, or we would have met and would have been in our lives. That
Hey, thanks to Crackdown shitty collectibles, a new human life is about to be brought into this world. That's fucking weird.
It's weird to think about that.
Ugh. Oh, this is heavy shit.
I love to be a wingman, so it's always like I think about that when people get married. That I know that I introduced them, and then they have a kid. It's like, yeah, that kid owes me like 10% of their lifetime income.
Isn't that wasn't that on the website at some point?
If community members have children, we get 10% of that kid's income lifetime.
You agreed to it, and it's in the fucking fine print.
Yeah.
It was.
You agreed to
I
the
don't
terms
know
of
if that
service.
survived. That might be one of the things that Full Screen Legal pulled out. And when they ditched that on us.
Wah.
But it's weird because we ran into that all the time, like at conventions where people met.
That was really weird the first few times that we encountered that. We'd be like, oh, we met, we're dating. Then you'd see them like the next year at, a Comic-Con or whatever. Oh, we're married. Here's our kid.
Here's our kid.
What?
I feel like I'm just now at the place in my life where the idea of making a person is hitting me.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't.
no. Hold on.
I'm not saying I don't want to have. I'm not.
Get a pig.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. It's like a weird thing. I was just looking at like Lindsay posting like progress
Chris,
photos.
who is the lucky lady? Who will you be knocking up? Do we know her?
My best friend Hank.
That's how you become the pig master.
Oh God.
But it's just a weird thing. It's like a parasite that's growing, and I don't know. It's creeps me
No,
out. But
please.
Parasite. Go ahead.
it is. That's
It
what
is.
it
No,
is.
it's.
Yeah, I'd
It
agree
is.
with that.
It is, and it's like a little thing that gets planted inside of you, and it grows and takes up your
It's like aliens.
food. Yeah,
It
and
is.
then it bursts out of you
Mm-hmm.
like aliens.
Yeah.
Except for it doesn't come out the stomach. It comes out like it's just as gross.
He won't even say it. He won't even say it. You cannot have a kid. He can't say
Miracle
it.
of life, and he can't say the words.
Vagina.
There you go,
brother. Congrats, dude.
You can get a pig now, Chris. That was the test.
You don't go in through the stomach to make it either, just so you know. Just in case that comes up later.
Not for lack of trying.
So you want to have a kid now?
No.
But you're thinking about it.
No.
It's finally on the radar somewhere.
You're making the turn. How old are you now? May I ask?
I'm 30.
So you're 30.
You're 30?
That seems like a time to think
That's
about
weird.
it. Miles turned 27 today, Gus.
Wow. You're so old now.
I think that was the age you were when we started Rooster.
I was
right?
25.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Gus
I
always
was 2
seemed like
years
the
younger than
baby
you.
of the group.
Yeah.
How old are you now? Can I ask how old you are?
39.
You just turned 39.
Yeah.
When you
wonder we
turn
get
40,
along
it's going to be a fucking
Yeah.
nightmare.
What?
When you turn 40 next year, it's going to be a nightmare.
Why?
I don't know. First of all, Gavin will do what he did to me. He called me on the phone and he said, I can't be friends with you anymore. He actually made that phone call on my birthday. Said, I can't be friends with a 40-year-old person. I just can't do that.
It's all numbers. It's all the same. It's all relative.
Yeah. That's also how you act. You don't act like a 30-year-old. And I mean that as a good thing.
Yeah, you're wearing a shirt with a disaster.
Hey, people
you didn't
died
think
in
about.
that.
And a sloth hugging it. It was 36 people, by the way. I looked it up.
That's not that bad. I mean, in the big scheme of things, like 30. That's
It was 35 on the Zeppelin and one on the
ground.
One guy going, fuck, that looks rad. And then got crushed.
Was it hydrogen?
Yeah.
Good Lord. How did they think that was not going to go wrong? What ignited it?
I don't know.
I mean, it's anything like when it's.
I
Just
mean,
a
you're
big
right.
Bomb.
Anything. Yeah.
Static.
Give
It
the
might have been
opener?
static or something.
I bet it was static.
Somebody didn't turn off their
sorry.
cell phone
That's why you got to turn off your cell phone on
Airplane
planes.
mode.
in 1908 or
Let me
whatever it
read
was.
this here. I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is also brought to you by Blue Apron.